Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blurred in the land. Welcome back, ladies community. Today I'm back with a new video, and today's new video is going to be on the 4th movie installment from My Hero Academia, and it's no other than My Hero Academia movie review. So let's get into this. So the first thing that I thought that was really well thought of when it came out with this movie was understanding the villain setup at the very beginning of the movie, but also going into certain details at the end of this particular movie with the villain Dark All Might. Dark All Might, at the beginning, we see that he has this unhealthy obsession with All Might, the number one hero, and it's old footage from when he fought one of the big villains from his past, right? And the thing is, we see the unhealthy obsession because this dude completely became All Might 2.0, Dark All Might. He's got the facial looks, the physique. I was like, ugh. That's mad creepy. He is standing for real, all right? That's some type of celebrity stuff right there, all right? And pretty much we learn about Dark All Might at the beginning. I think the setup was good because most of the time when you go see superhero movies, what do you really go see superhero movies for? A good calculated villain. And that's what Dark All Might was, right along with the crime family that he's with. The next thing that I thought that worked with this movie is how they showcase the main three heroes, all right? So we saw the team ups. I really liked the team up with Todoroki and Bakugo. That was really cool. I liked when they were fighting this crime family and we saw them kind of work together, figure out how to stop the two criminals from this crime family. Also, I liked the team up with Midoriya, Bakugo, and Todoroki. I thought it was really good. I thought that was really well executed, Also, I get it. A lot of the characters that some of us may have grown fondness to for My Hero Academia became supporting characters. And that's totally fine with me. I was like, you know what? Some of these characters, I'm like, it would have took away from the film if they were introduced where they became main characters. They were like the supporting cast when it came to just rescuing people from Dark All Might's ways. You know what I'm saying? I really liked the cameo that they had with All Might in this movie. I felt like it was enough. It wasn't like a lot, because I felt like if this cameo would have did too much, it could have ruined the film. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but it worked. I also like that Mirio, another hero, was in the movie for a cameo. And then we even see Bunny and also Hawk as well. So I really like how the setup when it came to going to use certain characters for the main story, but also the other thing is some will become supporting. That's totally fine with me. Now, the next thing is the stories. The story is pretty much Midoriya and his class were divided into 3 teams, one led by Bakugo, I believe the other one's led by Todoroki, and then Midoriya's team, right? Cleaning up the streets, getting rid of these supervillains, and putting them back into jail. They come across this quirk user. That's an unusual quirk when it comes to something that happened with this girl that we're introduced to is Anna. Anna is this quirk user that has an uncontrollable quirk, which is kind of crazy because I was like, yo, her quirk was nuts, all right? And the supervillain, Dark All Might, has kidnapped Anna, but also we're introduced to Julio. Julio is someone that differs from Midoriya, and they kind of clash in the movie because Julio, like, look, she promised me if she can't control her quirk, I'm the one that's supposed to take her out. Midoriya's like, no, there's another way. Him being the hero, having another way of looking at the angle that she can probably live with this uncontrollable quirk, but killing her is not the answer. Also, I gotta say, the other thing I really enjoyed about the movie is the animation, all right? The fight scenes throughout this movie were really good, all right? I was like, you know what? They was cooking with this. I was like, yo, just seeing the animation, and usually the animation's peaked for the not All My movies, the My Hero Academia movies. And I was like, yo, this is definitely cooking. I really like the animation with this movie. The next thing is Dark All Might. He is a formidable foe. He has other people working for him that is a part of his family. And also how we're introduced that he is a part of the head of the crime family as well, that we were unaware of at the beginning of the movie. So I was like, oh, okay, now it makes a lot of sense. And then we're even shown a bit of his backstory, which really works. This movie did not feel like an hour and 50-minute movie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was like, dang, I was invested. Birdman hair up. I was invested. I was like, there's an hour and 50 minutes? No way. I was shocked because I was so invested with the movie. Like I said, the story got me, the characters, and I just love this where it went. I was like, okay, this is really cool where they went with this movie. The ending, I felt like the ending was solid. You know what I'm saying? There were some things that I necessarily didn't care for with the ending, but the ending did kind of have a resolution. So now let's get into the cons of this movie. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I felt like this movie, the way it looked, you know what I'm saying? I felt like this could have been a movie where it dealt with Midoriya, Bakugo, and also Todoroki going on a mission together. I would have loved to see them go on a mission together from their class and without having some of the other characters included. And maybe that's the direction they didn't want to go into, and that's totally fine. The next thing that was a con for this movie is the pacing, towards the end of the movie was a little uneven. I was like, it's not given, but I felt like they could have incorporated certain scenes a bit more to maybe stretch the movie a bit. And maybe that wasn't, I mean, an hour and 50 was good enough, but maybe if they would have went a little bit too long of a movie, it probably would have maybe bored people. you don't know, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into the rating of this movie. I would have to give My Hero Academia Your Nets A-. It's an A- for me. Like I said, this is a 4th installment. I was highly impressed by this because My Hero has been having some good movies. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm like, you know what? Like, they could with this movie. But it is the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys. You tell me in the comments, have you seen My Hero Academia Your Nets? And my next question for you guys is, how would you rank these My Hero Academia movies from the first movie to the 4th movie? You tell me in the comments, guys. It's the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, sharing. Also, hit that bell to stay notified. And it's the blur from the middle of the map, guys. And I'm out, legends.